That tub of ice cream is looking at you. With
Okay. Last time on West Marches, you guys you traveled from Saxondale to this small port town that is unnamed. You found out that someone had been here and had not been too kind to the residents that lived here. Um, you found that the houses had been lived in for a little while. All the livestock and the plants had been ransacked. Um, that the tavern has been made into a sort of horrid art piece for whoever stayed here for a little while. By the time you found the tavern, you saw just cresting over the horizon the sails of a boat. I think Hoder and Alice and Kane and Chase.
Kara.
Kara was looking at the tavern. Um, everyone
Wait,
but
what?
Kara. Yeah, right?
No, Alice turned into a
Alice.
fly and
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Alice was looking at the tavern, and everyone else was on the dock and saw that the boat was coming into port. So that's where you guys left off.
we left off when Alice told us, like, guys, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And she turned back human.
Okay. So everyone's on the dock, and you've just heard the news about what happened in the tavern. And now you have some choices to make. Where you're going next, what you want to do. I believe you guys just decided to discuss that on the boat once you got there.
Yeah, didn't we have like an hour before the boat came? Like to
Yeah, it's just you just see the sails in the distance, so you have like you have a little bit of time if you need it.
Okay, can you repeat to me what the hell happened again? I know there's a giant flesh angel, like in fucking Borderlands Maniac, but can I get some clarification? If any of you remember, because I don't.
After Meteor herself.
There was
I'm eating Cheetos.
the flesh angel was in the tavern. You went through the town. You saw it was ransacked. You don't have any like answers. These are just you don't know what's going on. You haven't like investigated. You haven't tried to find out anything. You just have walked around the town, seen what's going on, and Alice has just told you what she's seen.
Okay.
Should we all go look into the tavern more closely? our ass. We have time before the boat gets here.
Okay. Well, I need my ice cream. Okay. So we went into the tavern. There's a giant. Was the flesh angel in the tavern? I could just
Yes.
calling it a flesh angel. Okay. Yeah, I would like to see that for myself since we have a bit of time.
Yeah.
I would absolutely like to see that for myself.
Alright. Yeah. I think we should all. Kane, you like dead stuff, right? Do you want to come too?
Sure.
Alright. So we're gonna head towards the tavern.
Okay. So you guys walk from the dock to the tavern. It's not far. When you walk up towards the door, you see the door still on its hinges. I assume Alice and Chase are staying at the dock to wait for the boat. And when you walk in, you're kind of blinded by light that's coming in from the windows across from you. And you do see what looks at first to just be drapes, like draped along from like the central mast, draped and hung onto the ceilings and down onto the floor. It looks kind of like wings coming off like this bulbous mass in the middle that is dripping, and you could see after the light, your eyes get used to the light. You can see that it is a body that has been flayed and skinned, and placed very meticulously like this.
Oh shit! You have
Oh,
pictures.
Jesus fucking Christ! It's disgusting. Is he a human? What is he?
Wait, did you say something? Or I said something?
Oh no! Did you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I heard you. You were like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, is he a human?
Do you want to take a closer look from this far away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stepping up close.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Where is he? There he is. 4.
4. Yeah, the amount of damage that has been done to this body, you try and look at the ears to see if it's like an elf. It's not short of stature, so it's not a halfling or a dwarf, but you're not quite sure what race this body is.
Can I make a
It's
history check to see if it is the Ketsuki's work or not?
Sure.
11?
11. You're not quite sure. You don't think that Ketsuki would just blatantly... You know that they're showy, but not in this type of way. You haven't seen what the Ketsuki clan can do for a long time, so this might be them, it might not, but there's no like symbols or anything that allude to the Ketsuki clan.
Okay.
It's big brain time. Can I investigate to see what it was?
Yeah.
Alright, let me open my character sheet real quick.
Ho ho.
Investigation.
28. What are you looking for specifically for you? I'm going to give you a general idea, but is there anything specific you're looking for?
Is there anything... Okay, so like here's what Kane's gonna do, Sherlock style, right?
Mhm.
Kane's gonna look for any recognizably human piece of this, and then he's gonna try to connect that as he goes to each one he sees and form it together in his brain. Like a mental image. Like reverse engineering what this thing could have been with what he had.
Jesus.
Oh, you're gonna dissect the human. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
28 gonna dissect the human angel.
So you look up at the angel, and you can tell immediately that the top portion of the body and the bottom portion of the body are two separate races.
Oh my fucking god.
The bottom
Oh.
half, you can tell that the legs are a little too long to be a human's and a little too like thin and wiry. You assume that the bone is a little too brittle, so you assume that it's an elven set of legs, whereas the top half would be a human torso and skull and arms. They look to be all male, although there are no genitals. It has been skinned and put together perfectly. If you were a surgeon, Kane, you would be impressed with this work. It's not immediately recognizable as two separate parts of a body, and also the way they skinned the skin. They flayed the skin off of the corpses and then and kept it intact during the whole time. Speaks to an enormous amount of skill with surgical, implements and ways. It doesn't, with the you're in 28. It doesn't look outwardly magical. Like someone has a spell that can flay skin. It looks like someone's very skilled.
All right. What are the wings about?
Do you want to make a different kind of check?
Yes.
What do you want to check?
He's so smart, he doesn't know what to do.
Let's try nature.
A nature check?
Is that
Okay.
good?
25. This is a completely organic creature. Although it's two parts, they're both organic and fit into each other well. It's not sloughing off a bone. There's nothing unnatural about this. It was just two parts of the body, although you don't know where the other two parts of the body are. As for the wings, they look kind of like dragonfly wings, because there's like two sets coming up from the back, going up into like the rafters of the ceiling, and then two parts going down towards like the floor, so it looks like 4 wings behind this body.
Jesus.
Ugh.
I like the Kane's like, Kane, do you have any kind of magic that can somehow figure out what this thing experienced right before it was killed? Like, can we bring it back to life temporarily?
Do I look like a diviner?
I mean, you're a necromancer.
You are a necromancer.
All right, I'll bring him back to life.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I cast animate dead on the top half of the body. The human.
This is gonna learn us. This is gonna tell us nothing.
Are you trying to make a skeleton or a zombie?
Zombie.
Okay.
Will it actually do the whole thing? I wonder.
I'll probably just end up with a torso following me around for a little while.
Oh god.
Okay, so you cast your animate dead up on the top half of the body, and the head like comes back from its like resting back position and like leans forward, and you see its eyes open, and they're pretty recent, so the eyes still have some color in them. It's not like like a dead face staring back at you, although there's no skin on this zombie. It like looks at you and awaits command.
All right. Excuse me. Can you tell us what happened to you before you died? Oh, sorry. I'm so rude. What's your name? Oh, come. All right, bruh. Bruh. Can you tell us what happened to you before you died?
The zombie like looks around itself, and if it could, like, you can almost just like the slightest hint of of like a shoulder like upward like.
He says he doesn't know.
Yeah. Well, there goes that.
All right, Mr. Lockhart, I'm about to head out.
What's up, Tacoma Maniac? Or Taco Maniac? Sorry.
I'm gonna head out.
I don't want to do this anymore. This is disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
It is disgusting. How much time
I
has
think he's
passed
cute.
when we did this?
Oh, God.
It's only been like,
Oh.
15-20 minutes.
Jesus, we have a lot of time. Should we? Wait, is Alice with us or no?
No, Alice and Chase are at the dock.
All right.
Yes.
Are we heading back to the dock?
I am. I'm out. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
I'm gonna head back.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask the captain about that shit.
I'm
Let's
gonna
go back. Let's
gonna
go
go up
back,
to-
bruh.
I'm gonna go up to Alice and like,
Is bro just following you?
so,
He's
Visual
gotta-
aid for the captain?
bruh.
So does you command him to follow you, Kane?
Yes.
As you start walking out the door, you can hear like flesh ripping, and and just like squelching as he's trying to rip the stitches out from where he's connected to the bottom of the body, as well as the skin on the back of his back. He's trying to get come towards you, but
Oh. Right. That's. Oh, that's.
Should have made him a skeleton. You wouldn't have these issues.
Okay, let's see what I can do with this.
Command him to just rip all of his muscle off.
Oh god. It just
That's a
transforms
display.
from a zombie to a skeleton.
That's a display.
Let's see. Do I have any kind of blade on me?
you have a sword that, yeah, you have a sword, right? In the dream sequence.
Yeah, he has the
Okay, I was thinking more like a knife, but that'll work.
If you want a knife, you can have a knife, man. I think it comes in your backpack.
I mean,
I think you just gave Kane a cooler idea.
oh yeah, I have a small cutting knife. Alright, I reach out for my small cutting knife,
Mm-hmm.
and I go around to the wall or wherever he's pinned up to, and I go to his side, and I look in between where his back is, and where, like, the rest of him is attached to,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to carefully, like, excise the skin off
Sure.
wherever he's, like, attached.
Just make him do it.
Yeah, give me a medicine check. 14? Yeah, you don't do as good of work as what the rest of the body's been done, and you leave some chunks of skin on the general torso, but you are able to shear off the skin off the back of his back. He is still connected by the torso, though.
Alright, put my tiny knife away, and then I get my big knife,
What about
and
you?
the sword, and I lift the sword above my head with both hands, and I slam it into the middle of the torso by the blade.
Not, you're just trying to kill this thing?
No, I just want to get it off the legs.
Okay, so it's with your twin investigation, you know that it's stitched together to the legs by like fishing twine, kind of. That's why it's invisible. And so I don't know if you want to just stab the zombie, you can, but it's up to you.
What am I gonna do with you?
You're. By the way, I just want to let you know you're sitting alone in this, trying to like stare at this fucking flesh angel. When we both left, you're just staring there.
Yeah.
Like
You don't know what the hell you're doing.
dissecting this flesh angel. I love it.
Alright, can I carefully use the sword to try and like serrate it through him so that it's not like so sudden?
Mm-hmm. You want to try and get between the legs and the torso and try and cut the twine with your sword?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get a dexterity check, please?
Yes, you can.
13. Not bad. You leave parts of it on. You start cutting into his torso a little bit, and he goes, "Brrr," but then you go back down, and you try and stay towards like the legs, and eventually, after about 5 minutes, you finally get all the sutures off, and you detach this half of the zombie off.
Yes,
you
yes,
kinda-
I know your name's Bruh.
And as you detach it, it just falls onto the floor, onto the floor, and then lifts its head up like. "Brrr."
Alright, you've got arms. Don't you? His arms are attached.
Yeah, his arms are
Start doing
attached.
that crawl.
His arms are attached.
Mm-hmm.
I
Use them arms of yours and let's get going.
And you walk out, and it drags itself, crawling towards you.
Use them like legs!
Start walking out of the-
Just-
Can you give me?
Restoration?
What's happening? I have not been paying attention.
He's trying to make a
it's
zombie
not important to the story at all.
do us.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
9. Yeah, it tries to get up on its like arms and like swing its torso, but it doesn't quite have the dexterity. It's a zombie, and it gets like one hand forward and it just goes back onto the ground.
All right, okay. I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out. And starts like putting his pointer finger and his middle fingers to his temple. He goes, think. All right, I cast. Oh no, I don't have it prepared. All right, get up here. Kane kind of like starts wearing him like a backpack. Like a piggyback.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah.
But I make sure to take off my coat first.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
Alright.
So you go and he wraps his. You like bend down. He like crawls up to you and then like lifts himself up onto like half his torso, and then wraps his like bloody skinless arms around your neck, and you lift him up and he holds on.
All right, let's get going. Surely, nobody in the party will have any objections to this, will they? No.
Bruh.
Inserts. You'll get used to it. Picture.
Okay. So everyone is at the docks waiting for Kane to get there. He stayed in the tavern for a while, and he comes walking up to you guys, and then it seems all normal until a head pops out from behind his head, and you see a skinless.
You brought it with you.
He's a living being.
You brought it
I'm
with
not
you.
just gonna. I'm not just gonna leave.
I'm not paying for him.
but hold on. This is not like some kind of parasitic child. He doesn't need to eat.
But he still thinks of space, yes.
Is this the angel?
It's the angel.
Yeah.
He'll have a use. Trust
The top half of
What's
the
his
angel.
name?
To be fair, I had nothing to do with this.
His name is Bra.
Josh, what'd you
Look
say?
over at the zombie.
It's the top half of the angel. The angel was 2 different races put together, so he could only animate half of it.
Oh. So it's just the top half.
Oh wait. Hang on, I could have animated the whole thing. Animate that only specifies.
This is
that it has
funnier,
to be
sir.
human.
This is funnier.
Yeah, it is funnier. It's a little bit less fucked up too.
Wait, so it's just walking on its arms? Like,
No,
No, it's
no,
hanging onto Kane by the back.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
wearing
Like
like
a
a backpack.
oh.
I look over at the zombie and I kind of look at him for confirmation that his name is Bra.
The zombie looks at you, Hodor, and kind of tentatively looks. He looks kind of like a child on Kane's back, and he looks tentatively at Kane, and then. Bah.
Holy shit! It's fucking wild. I give him a handshake.
Don't do that. He's gonna fall off.
Okay. That's fucking bonkers, bro. That's pretty square, dude.
Bonkers.
Yeah, that's pretty square.
What are you speaking?
Yeah, turkey.
Don't worry about it. You're not cool enough to. We've already been over this. We've already been over this.
I'm
We've already been over
cool.
this.
What does
Oh,
Chase
yeah.
think about all this?
Cool.
What is your internal body temperature?
Mr. Andy, what does Chase think about all of this?
Kara, you want to go look? You want to look at what Chase is doing?
Well, yeah, what's Chase doing?
Chase has looked at. He's kind of just looking at Kane with his arms folded. Can you give me a insight check?
Wait, can I too?
Yeah.
I want to see.
Don't fold your arms in front of him. He can't do that.
17.
Okay.
Wow, are you gonna move me?
So Chase definitely doesn't like this. You can tell by his body language. He's trying not to show it, but it seems like it's confirmed his like thoughts about where the direction this group is going.
Yeah.
And he's staying quiet and not saying anything because he feels that he's gonna be. He needs to atone, and there's nothing he can do up until he gets to Verscali. So he's gonna accept what he wants, what he can, what he has to until he has to.
I'm gonna whisper to him like, essentially just like, I don't know what's wrong with him.
He's gonna whisper back.
Like, this is an aberration, kind of thing.
He's. I mean, there's more he wants to say, but he's just whispering, and he says, "And these are the people you want to stay with." And then just walks towards the end of the dock.
Damn. Okay.
Kara, you're not quite sure what Chase is thinking. He has his arms folded, and he's looking at Kane, but he looks kind of emotionless.
Okay.
Kane said you're right back. He's getting water.
Oh, okay.
I think
He's making water.
he's making water. He's conjuring water. Conjuring.
Yeah. Like a druid.
No, he's just like. It's like okay.
There he is.
Anyway, as I was saying, I want to go on with my joke. Create and destroy water. Yes. So. Okay, I lost my joke. How's the ship looking?
It's almost there. Are you back, Kane?
Yes.
Shit. Are we done? Are we done, or are we gonna have Alice do the whole chase thing, or what she?
What
Is he-
whole chase thing?
We already had our thing.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
just gonna look at like shake my head, and I'm gonna go sit with Chase and Maya.
Oh.
Like, I'm gonna sit on the edge of the dock. I'm not.
Okay, I guess us cool kids. I guess us cool kids will be standing in the back, fucking like fist bumping the zombie backpack.
Okay.
Yes.
Just imagine we just keep doing it, and his fingers start falling off.
Come on, fist bump, man. Up high, down
Yep,
low. Too slow.
Yeah, he's always too slow. Also, it's quite squelchy the way he fist bumps. It's like, yeah, he also has no eyelids, so he's just always has this stare. So eventually, the ship comes into port. You saw it come up. This is the Northern Wind. Yeah, Northern Wind. And you see that they get, underway. They dock. They start tying off the boat, getting ready for you guys to load. The captain comes off. Does anyone remember her name?
Hold on.
Heather.
Heather.
I think Grassy got that.
Yeah. Inspiration, sir.
Hey.
I get 2 of them. Yeah.
No, you can't build. You can give it to someone.
I remember. He doesn't have it. I think everyone has it. Yeah.
I think
got
I
it.
have it.
Have what?
Inspiration. Chase.
Chase doesn't.
Chase.
Alright.
I
do.
inspire you, just like you inspire.
Oh,
Hey.
that was wholesome.
Okay. So Heather steps off the boat and looks at you all and smiles her captainly smile. Huh, you all ready then?
We're good to go. Sorry for the delay.
What is your policy on luggage
I mean, as long as it's not too big.
or carry-ons?
We're not bringing that with us.
We're bringing it with us. We need it. We have
No, we're
questions.
not.
It's a visual aid.
Which you
We'll
can
have
We
a-
are not
we'll find a
bringing
use for
the
it.
defiled corpse with us onto this boat.
I look at Heather.
He's not defiled. He's beautiful in his own
The
way.
act of raising the dead for your own personal use is defiling.
Personal use. He has a name.
I walk into the ship.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
as
going to
I-
be bringing in corpse support, I'm not against it completely, but it will be a little bit more of a payment.
Oh,
You can have whatever policy you want with him, just don't include me in it.
How much?
Well, was he an important man?
He's important to me.
I tell you what. You know magic, right? Can you clean things?
Yeah.
Can you?
No.
Give me a deception check.
Here it is.
18? Oh, very well. Well, we've been out of port for a long time, and a man of your skills could probably clean the barnacles off our ship in a single swipe of his hand. So, as long as you can do that for me, I'd be happy to let him aboard.
Fucking use
Perfect. Thank you.
I use this lightning bolt to like shoot it off.
Will you be needing some time, or can you do it
We
now?
can leave now, or we can. Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. I can do it now. Yeah.
Oh, very well. I'd like to see this magic.
I'm gonna walk on board.
Okay.
I'm also gonna walk on board.
Yeah, Chase is on the board already.
Clone.
I'm gonna grab Chase's hand and like pull him with me.
Okay.
Be like, we don't need to be a part of this.
Kane's like got his left arm folded under his right arm, and his right arm has like his finger to the end of his eyebrow, like in the thinking pose. And he's like super agitated. And then all of a sudden, idea. Bruh, I knew you'd have a use. Okay, so I get up to the side of the ship, I hold Bruh by the bottom of his torso, and I tell him to use his arms to start cleaning off the barnacle.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. You have to lean him down very far and like get on your belly and like hold him down like under the water, but he doesn't need to breathe.
Exactly.
And he starts picking up barnacles. You figure this is going to take a while. It's a very large ship. You're going to have to get both sides under it, like onto the bottom.
Oh, I have an idea. Oh my god, I'm so smart. All right.
Hodor's obviously just like standing over the edge of the wall and just like staring down at this fucking beautiful masquerade of a party.
I cast mirror image.
So now there's 4 people laying down on the dock. Only one of them is holding a corpse, but they're all like struggling on the bottom as they're pretending to hold corpses.
Wait, are you gonna do like the monkey link? Where it's just like Kane's holding the corpse cleaning.
Oh my god.
For 1 minute.
I want to look over at Heather and see her reaction.
Hodor, give me a perception check.
I'm right next to her, dude.
My head hurts.
Or no, I'm over the what's it called?
I know. 12. Yeah. So yeah, she has her eyebrow up, like raised. She's looking at Kane, and she kind of like after a while of looking at her, she just kind of like puts her hand in her face and shakes her head like.
Where are you trying to impress this woman?
I'm doing her thing.
I'm gonna walk over to Heather and I'm gonna get like talking this and then like, hey Heather,
Yes, Hodor.
if it's that much of an issue, and I cast Mage Hand real quick. I kind of do this like cool little yeah. And I'm just like, if it's that much of an issue, I can just scrape it off Mage Hand.
Well, I suppose we'll be here all day if you don't.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, if you want to.
No,
They're not being
staying
secretive.
silent. I'm staying silent.
No. I literally think this would be so funny if you don't hear it.
I'm trying to like keep my voice low.
If you're trying, okay, give me a stealth check at advantage.
Can I guidance it?
Yes. No, you're not there. You can
fuck.
give an inspiration if you
You're
want. So 10, and then Kane, I need you to give me a perception check at disadvantage because you're busy with you're casting spells and holding bodies. Kane, you don't hear this.
Man.
I just kind of like pat her on the back and I walk on the boat. When are we heading off? When do we head now?
As soon as I suppose this buffoon can clean the ship.
Okay.
Did I hear that? Did I
yeah.
hear that?
Mhm.
Buffoon!
he
Some-
snaps his head over to her.
Well, yes,
Fuck it.
some
Did I-
great
did I
magic
hear-
man doesn't.
Wait, did I hear the word? Did I hear the word buffoon
yes,
from like
from
inside?
Kane.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper to Chase. Do you think she's gonna kick him off?
I guess we can only hope.
Buffoon, I'll fucking show you a buffoon. Let's see. What's my next ingenious idea? Oh! I have an idea! Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Okay, so... I want to cast Shatter near the ship so that all the barnacles fall off.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna hit the ship. I'm gonna focus it on a point on the dock near the ship so that all the barnacles fall off.
I'm
Alright,
gonna.
give me an intelligence check.
Oh, this is. I mean, it's the most intelligent thing ever.
Hey, yeah, that could work.
Yeah! Alright.
All right,
I
give me shatter.
cast Shatter at second level.
Okay.
And I center it. I center it like 10 feet. No. Center it like 5 feet away, so that the shockwaves in the outer bands of the shatter, like gently hit up against the ship, gently enough to hit the barnacles off, shake them all off.
Okay, give me a dexterity check.
This is beautiful.
Okay, so you conjure up your shatter and release it onto the dock, kind of like behind Hodor and Heather. You don't hit them, but it is a little closer to the ship than you would like. Can you roll me 3d8, please? 16. What kind of damage?
If it's a construct or wood, doesn't take full damage. Or like.
A creature made of ignorant. Okay. Okay, so the ship technically takes 16 damage, and you can see where your shatter landed. Part of the board, the dock, like splintered off and like jammed into the side of the boat, and it's sticking out now. And you can see that the boards of where your shatter are completely clean of barnacles, but they are cracked and warped and letting in a little bit of water.
I'm gonna snap around. Like, Jesus Christ!
Does Kara hear this?
Nothing. It's nothing. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry.
Does Kara hear this?
Yes, everyone hears this shatter.
I'm just like,
going to
fuck!
rush over. I'm going to rush over. I'm going to start mending the shit out of this. I'm sorry.
It's no. It's fine. It's fine. Right. That's fine. I'm just a little hungry. My stomach is
Hi, Norma.
growling.
Please don't make mending touch. Hold on. It's fine. I can't do it. I can't. I'll touch what I can.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay.
What can I do?
So you're gonna have to do this cantrip a bunch of times, but you are able to slow the water intake, as Heather is pacing back and forth, just angry. About this time, Alice.
The
Yeah?
ship's clean of barnacles.
Hold on.
It's okay. I'm just letting you know. Chase is gonna leave the room where you two are in. Is that okay?
I'm gonna ask him where he's going.
It was like right after the shatter, and he just like stands his head up and looks at you, and he just like gets up to start going. Is that what you ask?
I'll go with him. Yeah.
Okay, so he leaves the little room that you are. He goes back out to where he looks over the side of the boat, and I think, I don't know, if you're looking, Kane, you see Chase's like head over the top of the boat as you're like screaming that it was an accident or something, right?
No, my stomach is growling. I'm very hungry. You see.
And he walks up to Heather. And he walks down the gangplank and goes to Heather, and they're conversing. Does anyone want to hear what they're saying?
I guess.
I'm basically right next to him.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay.
Try to.
Okay. Are you off the ship, Kara?
I went out on top to where.
All right. You see Chase walk down. Do you want to go with him?
I'll just hear from on top.
Okay. Give me a perception check. 6. You can't really hear what he's saying to Heather. Everyone else that's on the dock can hear.
Okay.
Okay. If you're on the boat still, Alice, you can still hear. He's basically just negotiating a price with Heather over what it would cost to bring the body along.
I clean the barnacles.
You just clean the fucking barnacles.
Of that one spot of the boat, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to Chase, no, it's fine.
He looks back at you, Alice, and he just kind of... You've never seen this look in his face before. Usually he's jovial and like happy and go lucky and, you know. But he looks at you and he has the most serious, like a very serious face on. Like one you haven't seen of him before. He looks very grown up right now. And he doesn't tell you to be quiet or anything, but you can tell like he's gonna handle this. Do you still say something, or?
I'm just gonna go over to him and I'll just say, like, you don't have to pay for him. It's fine. Like,
I just want to get going.
should I help him? So he can go?
Let's just go.
Okay.
He continues talking to Heather, and they agree on a price. Does anyone care what it is?
No.
Sure.
I'm right next to him. Yeah, I care about money.
He pays 50 platinum. Or sorry, not 50. Sorry, 5
Oh my
platinum.
God.
5 platinum, which is 50 gold.
I can pay that. That's chump change for Kane.
He pays her,
I mean,
and Heather says, "Okay, well, your debt is paid. Onto the ship with you."
Did someone say something? I'm done cleaning the ship. think.
Chase just looks at you, Kane, and he's like, "Do you want to come or not?"
Oh yeah.
Then get on the
bro.
ship.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
There goes,
Kane gets on the ship.
there goes our NPC's sanity.
The more the merrier, I say.
Okay, so you're all on the ship. The crew of the Northern Wind starts getting ready to go. They pull up all the lines. You guys go into your respective little quarters, if you want, or you can stay on the deck of the ship if you'd like.
I'm going to be a free man. Let the wind flow through my non-existent hair.
I'm gonna sit I'm gonna sit like, you know, like the bow, like the front of it.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna like sit over there and like just like meditate.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Chase.
Do I get my spell slots back?
We haven't taken a long rest yet,
I'm gonna go up to
but you
Chase.
will. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Kara, you going up to Chase?
Yeah. Hey, Chase.
Yeah, he looks up at you and he has like a little smile on his face, like, "Yeah, what's up, Kara?"
So I wasn't really able to hear, but what the fuck was all about? I definitely heard the explosion, but what the hell was that?
Honestly, I just want to get out of this town. We need to get going.
I do too.
So,
So Alice told me
told you
that
what?
that when we head back to Veriscali, that you want to go on your own journey, or go kind of like, what's that word where you want to like make up for your
Tone?
Yeah, you want to atone for what you've done back back when you were with the other necromancer.
Well,
And I don't blame you. Our necromancer's not that well. Anyway,
he wasn't too bad at first, but he is taking a similar road.
I don't blame you to think that.
But it's not all about him. I have to deal with my own life, and and I just feel like I can't do that while I'm running around killing things with you guys. You know.
Understandable. Do you have any idea where you want to go?
Well, I think my journey starts in Bear Scully, but other than that, I haven't really decided.
Are you sure? Are you sure you? I'm not gonna stop you.
Are you sure what?
Are you sure you want to go on this journey? I'm not going to stop you, but I want to make sure that you know what you're doing.
I feel like I know what I'm doing, but it is hard to leave. And he kind of just looks up towards the bow of the ship.
Do you have anything to say to her before you leave?
Nothing I'd say to you.
I chuckle like, well, as someone that's waited, or that's lived his entire life, you know, not being able to say anything because he hasn't had the chance. I'll tell you this right now, don't wait. But anyway.
He kind of nods his head and he has like a little smirk on his face and don't worry, I think I have a plan.
Yeah, and I put my hand on his shoulder, like, I just want to say thanks for all you've done. I know you're not leaving now. It's going to be awkward considering we're still on the ship for another month or so. But I just want you to know that don't stop doing what you think is right.
Thanks, Kara. I'll keep that in mind.
And then yeah, I go off.
Okay.
So are we starting are we starting something soon, or can I do something real fast by myself? Sorry.
Oh, what do you want to do?
I was gonna use the what was it called, the sending letter, the message letter that Ella gave me, and send her a message. Depending on how many words I can use. How many words can I use on?
It's like a sheet of parchment, so you can write really small. So, but whatever you want to say.
Okay, I'm gonna write to her. Ella, I finally made it. Ella, I finally made it onto the ship. We're about to set sail. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten your promise. I will open it when I'm finally away from the shore. Also, I just wanted to let you know that there are enemies around the vicinity of Saxondale. So please be careful, or please warn the town guards about suspicious behavior, because they won't hesitate to attack if there's an opening. Anyway, the last few days have been hard, considering we've been traveling day and night trying to get to where we were. But
is this a sending spell? Or is
it's like a parchment.
Okay,
like,
I'm sorry.
So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I will come back. So don't you worry. And then I send it, however it's sent.
Okay. So once you're done and you fold it in half, it kind of like folds almost. It looks like almost infinitely, and then it just like kind of hovers into the air and then like zooms off towards what you assume is Saxondale.
Awesome. 4 uses left.
Okay.
Alright, how fast does it go? Do I know? Like,
it's not instant, but you assume it'll be quick.
okay.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
How do you get feats?
And you know when like you level up and it says you can increase an ability score by 1 or 2? Instead of doing that, you take a feat.
I didn't know that.
I think I've said
Wait,
that since the
so-
beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
me-
just
me-
well, I didn't. Okay, so I didn't know what a feat was. I just like figured out
Uh-huh.
like literally like 10 minutes ago. That's why when I was like, oh, I'm not paying attention, I was reading.
Right.
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh, it is. I was just very curious. Like,
thing-
oh,
The thing that
wait.
sucked is
So
my
instead of taking like, so next level instead of taking like my ability thing, I could just take a feat.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which one.
You have to. There are some that have prerequisites.
Well, yeah, like okay.
As long as you match prerequisites, then you can have whichever one you want. Even the luck
Okay,
feat,
so-
guys. The
No,
most
No,
OP
I will
feat.
not do that to you.
yeah, Lucky is a little bit too OP for my
I
taste.
will not do that to you. Only because I need to boost in charisma.
Also, I need to increase my dex and my.
Oh wait, did you just say
with-
not the lucky one?
No,
No,
you
I said
you
even.
could.
Even the lucky one.
Oh,
A lot of DMs just say no, you can't have that.
okay.
But it's
Um,
okay.
So
It's a cheat
giving. So lucky.
So the reason I'm asking is because like I saw one that's like prerequisite dwarf. If
Mhm.
I were to not be a dwarf at one point, would I still be able to keep it?
No, because your whole physiology would change. I think it's like a. What is the feat?
Let me find it. I just was looking at ones that are like prerequisite, like human, dwarf.
Mhm.
It's a grudge bearer. You have a deep hatred for a particular kind of creature. And then I can choose a type of creature, or I can choose 2 races of humanoids, and that it increases my strength, constitution, or wisdom score by 1 up to a maximum of 20. During the first round of any combat against your chosen foe, your attack rolls against them have advantage. When any of your chosen foes make an opportunity attack against you, it makes the attack roll with disadvantage. Whenever you make an intelligence check to recall information about your chosen foes, you add double your proficiency bonus to the check, even if you're not normally proficient.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'd let you keep that one because it's more story based than it is physiology based.
Okay. I mean, I'm not super interested in that one. I was just like very
Mhm.
curious. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so it would just depend on what kind of.
Yeah, if I
Also-
can make it work within the narrative, then I'll let you keep it.
Also, isn't that a racial thing? Isn't that a racial thing?
It is,
Not
yeah.
a feat. Yeah, it's like, don't you already have it?
No, it's like it's a class thing, like a ranger.
Oh, okay.
A ranger
I
has
thought,
that.
I thought it was like dragon, that like ice breath that Hodor has. It just comes to this race.